Alright, so we're starting now with example 4. Example 4, the last part of this lesson review, is when you are supposed to find lines that are parallel to or perpendicular to. Now, we didn't go over this last week. Okay, we quit before we got to this because this is a big part of this lesson. So, example 4, I'm going to do the one out of the book because I never did it with you guys, and then I'm going to do a few more samples. Does that make sense? All right, so the goal is you have a point, and their point is titled 4, 1. And you have a line, and they call the line L, and the line is defined as 2x plus 5y equals -10. So we've got ourselves an equation. It's in standard form. Okay? So far, so good? Okay. So I've got a point 4, 1, and I've got a line. 2x plus 5y equals -10. First of all, they say to you, find an equation in standard form, which is the form that we're already working with here, that goes through P, but is parallel to L. Goes through P, find an equation in the form of line L1 through P and parallel to the original line. All right, so this sounds a little strange, but it is going to be parallel to 2x plus 5y equals -10, and it's going to cut through that 4, 1. Okay, 4, 1 is currently not a part of this line at all. 4, 1 is just a line that exists. All right, so to start with, we are going to solve and find the equation of line L in point slope form. Okay, and they actually have that in the book, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. We're just doing A right now, so don't get baffled. All right, so 2x plus 5y equals -10. If I find it in slope-intercept form, I'm going to subtract my 2x. 5y equals -2x minus 10. Okay, this is y equals something x plus something, but the y has to have 1 as a coefficient. So I now have y equals -2/5 x minus 2. 10 divided by 5 is a -2. Okay, so I have just converted standard form to y-intercept form. Now there's a reason why I did that, and I'm going to show you why that is. Okay, so if the slope is -2/5, right, of this line, which is the same as this line, right? These two are the exact same thing. This is standard form. This is y-intercept form. Okay? If I have a slope, but I want to use the points that they've given me, which is 4, 1, can't I now use this data to come up with an equation using point slope form to find an equation for a new line that'll be parallel to this, but goes through that point? Because now I know the slope. Okay? So we started with, they want me to use this point, but this line's slope to create a line parallel to this line, but goes through that. Okay? The first part of this lesson, example 1, said, what if you have a slope and a pair of points? Can you do anything? Why, sure you can. Y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. Y minus y1. So y minus 1 equals -2/5 times x minus 4. Okay? I'm almost ready to solve. I'm going to multiply by a -5 in order to clean up my fraction. Okay? In order to clean up my fraction. -5. Okay? So this causes this to disappear, which leaves me with a positive 2. This times this is where we're left. I'm just curious if we're going to end up at the same spot. Yeah, we are. They did it differently, but it's the same kind of thing. Negative 5y plus 1